There's a problem with my squat. We're 3 weeks out from regionals, and I told you guys before, it feels like I can't find my positioning. It feels like I'm losing balance during my squat lately. It came from doing too many front squats and high bar squats during the last training cycle. I got really good at front squatting. Front squatted 405 a few different times. But I got so good at that became my new default like go-to for my brain, the front squat positioning. So now when I try to low bar, I find myself breaking at the knees. I find myself trying to keep my hips under me. Basically, I find myself descending into the hole like I'm trying to do a front squat, but with a low bar position, so it doesn't work at all because the bar needs to stay over the center of gravity, so you need to be more lean forward for a low bar squat. And if you lean too far forward with your hips in front of you already, you're gonna tip forward. So you need to break at the hips, tip your butt backwards in a low bar squat, load the posterior chain, load your hamstrings, load your glutes, and then sink into the hole in that position to stay tight. Problem is, I tell myself to do these cues during warm-ups and it works. But when you get under max effort weight, you can't be sitting there thinking about how to squat. Like, you just need to instinctively do it. And instinctively, I now default into a front squat position. I had a friend stand on the side of me and he confirmed it. I get to the bottom and then I'd lose complete tightness. I'd fall out of position and my hips would shoot way back out behind me because they have to in order to come back up out of the hole. But because of that huge shifting, I'm losing all of my tightness. And that slows the rep way down. So 5'10", keep in mind my max is 535 pounds. Did that back in May. Strength-wise, I'm right on track to hit 550 pounds. Yet 5'10" moved like it was 540 pounds. But there was no knee wobbling. There was no face turning purple. There was no shaking. So it clearly was not the weight. Actually, if it was the weight, I'd feel a little bit better because that would just mean I'm plateauing somehow. But it wasn't the weight. It was losing tightness at the bottom, falling out of position. And you can even see it. The second my hips finally find their position, they shoot back into position. Then the weight launches out of the hole. So what we're gonna do is implement box squats, my old favorite. I've always preached about how good box squats are for training your low bar squat, especially with the little remixed closer stance techniques that I use for them. Hopefully we can just retrain my brain to get back into the habit in the motor pathway of low bar squatting over the next 3 weeks. The strength's there. I'm not worried about my strength. It's literally just my technique. When I get into the bar, I feel like I forgot how to low bar squat. It's the weirdest sensation in the world. Might be important to note, traditionally, a box squat, usually a wider stance. Typically flatter shoes are better, and you want to try to keep the shins like 90 degrees basically. A box squat should almost kind of emulate almost like a sumo deadlift. You'll notice that my stance is a little bit closer. I still use my ollie shoes, and there's a little bit more forward knee travel in mine. I basically treat my box squats kind of like a regular low bar squat with a box at the end of it. That's just what I'm doing specifically to train and have it mentally carry over to my regular squat. So Monday was supposed to be our competition bench day, but because Monday went so terribly, I ended up skipping it. So I'm doing it today, Wednesday. Had to work up to a heavy single on the bench. 365 pounds was the goal of mine for today because I've only ever hit it like when I was totally peaked, and it's always been kind of a max. My max is 370 with a pause. So I wanted to see if I could finally hit it now when I'm not fully peaked, kind of more casually. So I went for it. And I did. It moved pretty clean. It moved pretty much like a second attempt out of me, considering I have 3 more weeks of peaking to still go through. I'm very happy with that. I think I slightly misgrooved it even. It landed a little bit higher on my chest than I meant for it to, just ever so slightly. So there's a little bit of elbow wobbling, but even still, I think it moved like beautifully, for my standards anyway.
Do what you're supposed to do. It's going to happen easy. Fast, let's go.
Woo! Backed off to 315 pounds for my working sets, and they moved like nothing. So feeling very good, knock on wood, and we have 3 more weeks to keep grinding and peaking here. Top of the morning to you. That's my barber shop with Jake the Barber inside of it. I'm heading to the bank right up the street here to get cash for him, and my haircut's in a couple of minutes.
I just like the sound of it.
And
There it is.
oh,
Jake the Barber. Say hi to YouTube. YouTube, say hi to Jake the Barber.
hello, ladies and gentlemen.
You should all remember him. Best barber in history. He's cut up people like Chuck Norris, Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Yes, I have.
Eminem.
Yep.
Crazy. Tupac, once. That only happened once. Haircut's done. Hair's all wet and stuff right now, but what do I get, Jake? I get this question a lot.
Low skin fade with a comb over the hard part.
I don't even know what he just said, but I get that. All right, about 1 o'clock, haircut's done. Gotta go eat for the first time today, and then go home, change, head to the gym. We're gonna eat Chipotle since I haven't eaten yet today. We need to eat big. So this is the final product. Pretty clean cut, sort of like a loose comb over. If I comb it all the way over really tight, my head's just too damn round for that. Hey, do you guys want to hear the coolest accent in the world?
I have the worst accent.
Say anything right now.
Anything right now.
Say something cooler. Say frustrated.
Say you're a sick cunt, mate. No, he was once monetization on YouTube, so he would have swear everybody. So,
You guys couldn't tell from the accent, he's from Texas.
Oh, is that the title? Did you just get that? He's like two.
I'm on Skype with the God, Joey Flex. You may know him as Lord Joey Flex. He's been known as the Messiah, Jesus Christ, Zeus, a million different names. He's trained Chuck Norris. He's trained Sylvester Stallone. Actually, really quick to rattle off, who are some of the powerlifters you train? Or half trained?
John Hack, of course, Sean Noriega, Russell Orhe. I handle Jesse at every Nationals, so that's, you know, a very nice thing to do. I've coached Grant Higa. Some of you guys know Grant Higa. He's an OG, super OG, animal athlete. I have a couple of like people coming up that you guys don't know yet, but because I've been hinting like new challenger approaching, so you guys will see at this coming Raw Nationals.
Oh shoot! You were the USA coach at Worlds, right?
I was John's coach, but I worked closely with the USA coach to make sure that when John lifted, he was good to go. I also did. There was a handful of juniors that I took care of. Some of you guys might know Danny Sullivan. He's still with me to this day. And it was a good warm up. Work with the youngins, and then I got the John versus Gibbs. Gibbs is actually your coach.
Yeah, Gibbs is my coach. So I shouldn't be doing this interview. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm excited to have you on.
I'm excited that you're excited to have me on because I'm like a fucking nobody. Everything you need to follow him will be in the info box below to follow the Gawd.